Greetings, scholars. It's time for us to look for sources for the MLA research paper. So I created this PowerPoint for you so that we can talk about the information that you need to find for the MLA research paper. You're getting ready to create your working bibliography, but you need to be very specific. What types of sources do you need to find for the research paper that you're going to do? And remember, I want you to do this right the first time, because if you do it right the first time, then you don't have to worry about going back and doing a step. So we're going to continue with just what it is that we're doing. So look at this. Your research paper has the following parts. Each one of these parts, especially sections 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to find information to support what it is you're going to be discussing in your paper. So, starting with section 1, we've already started section 1 in the last module where you did your definitions, you wrote your history, your background information for cancel culture. This is a part of your paper. So if you did it correctly, if you submitted that information to me, keep it, because you're going to use it when we actually do the writing of your paper. So I want to make sure that if you need to find more information, right, you need to find your definitions, like I said. You need to find your history. You need to find your background information. Where are you going to find this information? Well, I already gave you a great source for this when you did the cancel culture video on YouTube. I'm going to show you how to put that information from YouTube on your works cited list or on your working bibliography, because you are free to use videos, and I want you to use that YouTube video because I thought it did a great job discussing with you what exactly cancel culture is and giving you some background information on cancel culture. So you've already done this, and we're just going to add the source to our working bibliography for this next step. Next, you're going to be finding information on your subject. For the purpose of me just doing this video with you or going over this paper with you, I am going to use R. Kelly as my subject. Everybody has written about R. Kelly. I hope nobody is doing R. Kelly for this paper. Remember, you are free to choose your own subject. So choose somebody that you feel passionate about being canceled, or somebody who you believe was canceled unfairly. So in this section, we're going to keep the research simple. I just want to know about the subject. I want to know where the person was born, who his parents are, how did the person rise to stardom, what were some of the controversies that got the person into trouble, and why do people want to cancel. This information is going to be easy to find because I don't want you to go to any extraordinary lengths. I just want you to go to Wikipedia, find a person's Wikipedia page, just take the information from that. It's not that serious. I just want basic information, and because I want basic information, we can take that from Wikipedia. But you are going to be looking up information on your subject. Next, you need to find information about your arguments. And again, you've already started doing your arguments in the last section when you did the reasons handout and worksheet. So you already have your argument. So what we want to do with this step, we want to start finding information that's going to help you to support the arguments that you found. Now, I asked you to find as many reasons as you could, or list as many reasons as you could for that assignment. But we're going to narrow it down to your top three. What are going to be the best three reasons? The reasons that you feel that you can argue, that you feel passionate about. Which ones are you going to choose to write the paper, to use in the paper? The next section of your paper has to do with the opposing views. And again, you've already started your list of your opposing views for this section. It was on your reasons handout also. So the thing about this is you only need two opposing views. Again, I asked you to list as many as you could, but really you only need two for this paper because you also have to refute these claims for the paper. In other words, you're going to tell me why your opposing views or your opponents are incorrect, how their logic is flawed, how what they say doesn't make sense. So part of what you're going to do in this section, you're going to give me the opposing view. You're going to explain the opposing view. You're going to give me some research to support the opposing view. But then you are going to take each one of those points and you're going to refute what your opponents are saying. Again, I think I skipped something, and I did skip something. I'm going to go back one slide. So for this section, I said down here, you may use ChatGPT to assist you with coming up with reasons. If you found that you could not list a good number of reasons that you felt passionate about, you are free to use ChatGPT, and I'm going to make a video to show you how to do that. You are free to use ChatGPT to give you a list of reasons for your arguments. The same thing I just said. Use it also to help you with the opposing view. If you need it, you may use it. The next thing, section 5 is just the conclusion. There is no research in this conclusion. You're just simply bringing the paper to a close, answering these questions that I have. And then the last section of the paper is your works cited page. I'm going to go over the works cited page. When you do the working bibliography, that is the same thing as the works cited page, except the working bibliography, we're going to talk about that just being a list of sources that you may or may not use for the paper. And finally, if you have any questions, watch this video. I went through a lot of information very quickly with you, but watch this video more than one time if you need to. Watch it 3 times if you need to. Make sure that you understand what it is you're about to do before you move on to the next video, before you start working on the assignment. If you have any questions, again, the best way to reach me is through my email. Email me directly at philip.blackman@aamu.edu. I will be happy to assist you. Good writing, good research to you, and I will see you in the next video.